Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today I drew too many cards. So you only saw two in the thumbnail, but I actually have four. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse, indicating a failure, and the Page of Cups, an apology that maybe falls on deaf ears. An apology that falls flat because there's no change in behavior to back up that apology. This is almost like I can hear somebody scoffing at the apology, like, oh, that's real cute. I appreciate it, but they're just words. This is rejection. And I know that because we have two fives, I would point out. So the number five could be important. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Pentacles. Your apology makes it clear to me that you don't actually feel bad about what you did. You would probably do it again. So Five of Pentacles, I'm going to leave you in timeout, or I'm going to, reject your application to be my friend again, right? This is no, thanks, but no. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing today? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. You're having a great day. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start off with the Poe Tarot. I do not read these in the reverse, just to keep you aware. Dang it. Now that I have four cards up there, I don't know what they all are. Okay, let's see. They were the Six of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Cups, and two fives. Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay. I'm glad to hear it. What else do we have? The World and Death, indicating an ending, which is pretty accurate, or like aligned to what these four cards say at the beginning, right? Number 21, the World, says, is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream. So maybe we have a sense of, you tried to make me scared to walk away, or you made me feel like I wouldn't be able to find a relationship or a friendship like this out there, but I'm willing to go, find something different. With the bear in the background, it makes me feel like somebody is letting go of a fear that was created or like exacerbated, made into a boogeyman, right? By this person who's in the Five of Pentacles. You made me feel like you were the only person that would keep me safe, or you were the only person I could trust. But I don't believe that anymore. On Death, it says, the boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends and where the other begins? So maybe you convinced me that if we were not friends, or if we were not in a relationship, that life wouldn't taste as sweet, or I would feel like my whole world had ended. But I've gotten to the point where now I realize that was not true. That was an illusion. Six of Wells, or the Six of Cups. Now our thoughts thou shalt not banish, now our visions never to vanish. From thy spirit shall they pass no more, like dewdrop from the grass. Am I going to think back on this? Am I going to wonder what you're up to? Am I going to be able to sunshine of the spotless mind? Is that what it is? Just like completely pull out all of these memories? No. Is it going to be easy? No, but it's not going to be the end of, my life. It's not going to be the end of my happiness. This is someone saying, I'm okay with you staying in the Five of Pentacles because I've realized I don't need you the way that I thought I did. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, Justin. How we doing? Let's see. This is actually, we're going to go with the Golden Art Nouveau. do we have? Seven of Cups. World in the reverse. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So whoever they have put in the Five of Pentacles created an illusion. They wanted you to feel like if you left, or if you went out on your own, or if you ended this friendship or relationship, that you wouldn't be able to achieve what you wanted to, or that you wouldn't be able to, you know, get things set up the way they were, that everything would be unstable. Maybe the finances would be too challenging. This is coming across as manipulation or even like emotional abuse. If you went through that, I'm so sorry. Or if you're going through that, you deserve better. But justice is here. Justice in the upright. King of Wands in the reverse. Karma is coming for this person who has a control or anger issue. This person whose apology is meaningless. This is the King of Wands in the reverse. They are especially frustrated or angry right now because there is an ascension or a change in somebody they sought to, I think the appropriate word would be like subjugate or control. They don't have control over this person anymore. You made me feel like the only way I could experience life in the way that I wanted to is if I were dealing with you, or as if we were best friends, or as if we were in a relationship. But I'm calling your bluff. And I feel like this King of Wands in reverse is, you mad, bro? Mad that I realized you were lying all along, or that I would be just fine without you? Hello, Peggy. Good morning. How are we doing? What else do we have? High Priestess in the reverse. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Hanged Man. I told you what I wanted you to believe. I wanted you to see things the way that I told you to. Wanted you to be nervous or distrusting of people or things outside of me. I don't like this energy at all. This is someone who wanted you to feel stuck. The only thing that I can do is listen to this one person, or the only place that I could be happy is right here with you, or the only way I could have a good job is if I'm working for you. Like, no. They created dependency through this illusion. You basically have to agree with me, or you have to see things the way that I do. Seven of Wands in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Chariot. The thing is, whatever this King of Wands in the reverse has been using as justification, or whatever like logic they've been using, it's I don't know, it's how do I say this? I want you to look over here and see things this way, right? Illusion. Because I don't want you to realize that what I'm really doing is protecting my own interests. Seven of Wands in the reverse is, if you figure out that you're fine on your own, that leaves me somewhere I don't want to be. That leaves me feeling at risk. That means I can't make money. That means I can't go out and party because I don't have my wingman. That means I have to change too because you've changed your behavior. There's a consequence to whoever I'm reading for, you not accepting this apology, or not teaming up with or being with this person. And it's a bigger consequence for them than it is for you. But they have created this illusion to make you feel like if you walk away, it's more painful for you. I hope you followed that. Codependency, right? Hello, Kiss JG. How are you doing? Hello, Steven. Hello, Carrie. How's it going? But illusions, they're not really easy to maintain over a long period of time. You really have to be in control if you want to be able to keep someone thinking something that isn't true, right? So this illusion has faltered and somebody is realizing, I think you actually need me more than I need you, or I think I would be just fine without, being friends, working with you, or dating you. So what if I just try? What if I prove you wrong? Hello, Voyager. It kind of makes me feel like I remember when that illusion kind of cracked or broke for me, where I thought my parents knew everything. My parents, everything they said was true, infallibility, right? And then you get to this point, obviously by the teens, you're like, you're wrong about everything. This is someone realizing, oh, you were wrong. You tried to keep something from me, or you tried to make me look over here so that I wouldn't see what was going on over here. But the reality is, I figured out whatever it is you were trying to keep from me. Four of Pentacles, Sun in the reverse. I don't want to know what you've been keeping from me, but I figured it out anyway. You talked down to me, or you made me feel like things were more difficult outside than they were here. But it was all because you gained from my believing this. You gained from me feeling like I need to be a part of this duo, right? We're stronger together because you told me so. But maybe now I don't believe you. Maybe now I realize that you actually need me. King of Wands in the upright. It's like someone who has been asleep, I suppose we could even say in a coma. They've woken up now. I see now why you wanted me to feel stuck. I see now why you wanted me to feel like the only way I could do this or get out of this or handle this was if you were holding my hand. But you know what? I finally realized that your hand is sweaty and gross and I don't want to be holding it anymore. I mean, King of Wands, right? It's probably hot in there, therefore sweaty, right? This is someone saying, look, you told me that I couldn't do something, but I found out that you were wrong. And it looks like you couldn't do something without me, actually. For someone out there, this is about a father feeling like their son has replaced them, that their son is stronger or more capable or now earns more money or has, a higher level of education attained, and they are fighting to hold on to that status of what I say goes. For others of you, this is about a mother that views the daughter as having taken, this is awkward, having taken their youth and beauty. So there's resentment here, and it's hard for this daughter to understand or see how that could be. And then, of course, there's the, codependent romantic relationship. I don't want you to leave me, so I'm going to make it seem like it would always be worse if you did. Hello, Doris. How are you doing? Thank you, Gary. What else do we have? King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And Temperance. So when we talk about codependency, the card that comes up in my mind is always the Nine of Pentacles. In the upright, this is independence. This is somebody who knows how to actually pay attention to their intuition. They have confidence. They know they can handle things. I would compare this like Nine of Pentacles in the upright to when people ask me if I am fluent in Spanish. I am not a native speaker. I learned in school. I learned because I lived in Mexico. I learned because I immersed myself in like reading literature that was in Spanish, writing a paper in Spanish, listening to music in Spanish. But I acknowledge that there are cultural references. Like if we were to try to explain calling someone a Benedict Arnold, right? That's not like a term, that is a cultural reference. So I can't really claim that I am like the best at Spanish, but I know enough where I can navigate those things that I don't understand with that language. This is somebody who was told they couldn't speak Spanish. They couldn't understand something, right? They couldn't figure things out on their own. You need me. You need me to translate. You need me to figure it out. And this is somebody who used emotions or a family connection, because King of Cups to me could also be about a father, right? A mother, someone who's supposed to show you loving energy, who instead made you feel like you needed them in an unhealthy, toxic way. But you can navigate it yourself. You have temperance energy within you. And for me, this is about balancing things when they get shaky. Okay, this is difficult. I'll do this instead. Okay, this is happening. I'll do that. There are people that are really good at this. I suppose, kind of easy example of this is if you take something off of a tray and someone can react quickly enough to not drop anything, right? Another idea would be balancing budget, right? If you have an unexpected expense with your car, okay, well, I'm not going to spend as much when I go out to eat, or I'm not going to go out to eat at all, right? This is give and take, figuring out what I can do to navigate things. They wanted you to believe you weren't capable of this temperance energy, but there's something that happens that proves to you, and maybe also to them, though they may not admit it, that you do have this temperance energy. You can do that. This temperance card is also clarifying the Six of Pentacles, which is another reference to balance or justice. We also had justice come out. So this is, okay, you wanted me to believe something. Now it looks like proof is in the pudding, and it supports the opposite argument, not what you were saying. It's like when a scientist goes to, conduct an experiment and they're looking to support a particular argument, and instead they prove the exact opposite. Letter. I didn't say that. Hello, Aqua Beauty. How you doing, hun? We've got Page of Wands in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Hierophant in the reverse. So Page of Wands in the reverse is like when you go to saw a piece of wood and you realize when you try to fit it where you were going to put it, like it's trim or something, right? Oh, it's too short, or it's the wrong angle. I should have measured twice. This measurement was off. This person told you what they thought you were or what you were capable of, and you've realized they're wrong. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You realize they wanted you to not believe that you were capable of doing something. There's no way you could do everything yourself, or there's no way that you could take out the trash or pay all the bills or navigate doing taxes by yourself. But with the Hierophant in the reverse, somebody does something without this partner, without this friend, without this love interest. And it's stepping out of their comfort zone. Hierophant in the reverse. I'm not listening to what somebody told me I should believe. But I discovered something pretty important about myself. This is the What's the News? I'm glad, Peggy. What else do we have? Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. Now, normally I like this card, but of course there are toxic. If y'all don't think that Bonnie and Clyde, the original, were toxic, like, come on. How? Just tell me how. Please, I'm dying to hear your argument. This is toxic energy, my friend. Whatever this is, somebody refers to the two of you as a Bonnie and Clyde or something similar to that because they want you to feel like you have to, like, to the very end, be together, right? Like nobody else would accept the two of you, so you have to protect each other. Us against the world, right? No one else understands you. No one else would be able to make things work for you, or nobody else would keep you protected. I make a lot of things happen for you, right? Rebelling. Everybody else has a different perspective. Everybody else has a different way of doing things. They would try to control you. I say, as I seek to control you. Let's make everybody else the enemy so that it takes you longer or so that you never realize that I am pretty toxic. So SOS, distress, act with urgency, assistance needed. We have a realization that this person is not great. King of Cups is trying to make me codependent, trying to make me feel like I can't walk away. And they're going to make some sort of apology that is not worth your time. Delay, procrastination, too busy. So this King of Cups who has created an illusion and wants you to feel like you need them, they're buying time. They're trying to get away from serious conversations because they don't want to admit that they need you to fix a financial problem for them. We need to do this, or we need to work more hours because it's good for the business. You need to take on a second job because this is going to be more expensive, not wanting to admit they've spent more than they should have. This is, let's blame the circumstances. Let's blame other people. I don't want you to know that I'm the reason we have some financial issues. Oops. Did I do that? Yeah, you did. This is the Gilded Reverie. Tell me more about this procrastination. Number 21, the Mountain. Yeah, okay. So there's a reason, whoever I'm reading for, you're feeling a strong pull to not accept this apology and to not continue to work with, be friends with, or date this person. And the reason is, it's not just that the Five of Pentacles is about you putting this person in a timeout or you no longer communicating with this person, because that can be about no contact, right? It's about the fact that this person is about to really go through it. This person has made some really bad decisions and they have not told you about it. For some of you, this is an expense there's no way they can afford and they expect you to pay for it. For others of you, this is somebody who loses or has lost their job and they don't want you to know about it and you're about to pay for everything, right? For others of you, this is somebody who is hiding that there's someone that they are supporting in addition to trying to help you pay with the or for the bills that you have. This is somebody who is hiding something financial, and it's not just, oh, I guess I got charged an extra $20. This is, I might not be able to pay for any of my own stuff, serious. And if they feel like they can make you pay for everything, they're going to. So you're getting a lot of signs, a lot of messages. Maybe you're getting dreams that are saying it is time. It is time to evacuate. It is time to leave. This person is about to do something that you do not need to be held responsible for. This is the Path of Shadows. What else do we have? So we've got the fox, the nymph, and the toad. Very fairy tale appropriate. The fox says enigma, adaptability, and shape shifting. I feel like this is you. I would have called you temperance, but I kind of like calling you the fox better. What does the fox say? This is a tribute or like a reference to the fact that you were underestimated by this person, or you are able to adapt to whatever situation you're in. Yes, you might be considered a black sheep or a rebel. Yes, you might be considered kind of like on the outskirts, right? You do things your own way. But I also feel like you have a charm. You have a way about you. People find you interesting. They want to know more about you. And it's like, in the most respectful way possible, the way you interact with people is a reflection of who you are around. And I'm not saying that you are inauthentic. I'm saying you know how to leverage reading the room in your communication or how you relate to other people. I don't view it as being fake. It's more of a like, I know you swear, so I can be myself and like totally swear right now. Like, I don't swear around my great aunt and uncle as much as possible. Woo, a couple of times it slipped out, but I try I really do try to be respectful, right? But my authentic self is, I'm probably going to drop a couple of F-bombs. I'm sorry. I'm just going to. Hello, Kathy. How are you doing? Yes, exactly. Hello, fartologist. You're funny. How's your weekend going? Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing? On Nymph, it says, in this mundane world, now I roam. Inside this concrete jungle, where is my home? And Toad, personal growth, transformation, letting go. So you had to realize that you have this ability and that people value it. Maybe to you, it was like second nature. For those of you that have been raised in a home where you were taught two languages from a young age, whatever those languages are, I envy you. Your mind is like a sponge when you're a young child, and being able to learn languages, it's just so much easier when it's something you're immersed in as a child. My dad had a lot of moving around as a child, and at one point lived in Japan. Drove a little motorcycle all over Japan, talked to Japanese, like elderly men about what the war was like. But he picked up on some of the Japanese because he was a child, right? What I'm getting at is there's something about you, how you were raised, the environment you have been in, or the environments that you seek. I feel like you're a bit of a nomad, or you feel comfortable in a lot of different spaces, right? Shapeshifter. This is something that you may have underestimated or underrated about yourself, but it is a huge asset. You are able to make friends with. You're that person in high school that could sit at any table and people would be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You make friends easily, my friends. And that is what this King of Cups didn't want you to realize about yourself. Maybe some other things too. But you have the ability to ingratiate yourself. You have the ability to adapt. You have the ability to become a part of the group that you are in front of. And that means you don't have to rely on this King of Cups at all. That means you could create your own thing. That means you could let go of whatever you've learned and felt was like your routine or your world, and you could adapt and become a part of a different world, right? This King of Cups did not want you to figure that out. Oops, did that slip out? I guess I told you. This is the Morgan Greer. Yes. That's totally fair. What else? I remember when I first started learning Spanish, I was just like super captivated by it. I've always had a thing for language. And I started watching telenovelas, and at first I was just 100% guessing what they were saying based on their body language and like how they were saying it. And trying to tell my brother what was going on, but I don't think he knew I was like making up most of it. But I was trying to learn, right? We've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and the King of Swords. They're scared of you now. They felt like they had convinced you that you needed them. They felt like they had you where they wanted you. And now they're realizing they've taken it too far. Now they're realizing they asked too much of you, or they need too much from you going forward. I think it's more so that last part. I know that I've irritated this person. I know I've already pushed them a little bit too far. And the problem is I have to ask them for more. This is like when you've already irritated your friend because you had to call them early in the morning because you needed something. Let's pretend it's a cup of sugar, right? And they live next door. And then you realize when you get home and after they already like begrudgingly got up, got you some sugar and told you to like leave them alone. Crap, I need 2 cups. You better not come back around here and ask me for some sugar because I told you I was going to be sleeping for the next 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who's realizing you are not someone that they can take advantage of. You are not the same person that they first started, trying to manipulate. You've gotten a lot smarter. You see through things. That illusion is faltering, and they haven't been working enough. They haven't been working on themselves. They haven't been healing. They haven't been making the money they need to. I really do feel like financial issues are a common theme here. 3 of Wands. Because we have 8 of Pentacles in the reverse twice now. This person's kind of insufferable. I'm trying to be nice, but like this King of Cups had the opportunity to change their behavior or had the opportunity to do something differently. And they made the assumption, this person will clean it up for me. This King of Swords, Temperance person, they're going to clean it, the Fox. They're going to clean up my mess for me. So I'm going to keep gambling. So I'm going to keep signing contracts. So I'm going to keep spending their money. For a lot of you, this is a spouse that is content to rack up credit card debt, whether or not it impacts your credit. I mean, it does, right? 6 of Swords in the reverse, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 2 of Swords. So whoever you are that resonates with this King of Swords, you know this person has tried to make you feel like you can't do things on your own or you need to be this Bonnie and Clyde with them. No, you don't. And you want to know why? Because you do not need to be responsible for whatever F up they've done right now or they're about to do. Because it's going to be a super heavy burden as far as finances are concerned. And this person continues to sign up for those problems because they expect you to bail them out. So you need to make the decision at some point to not let them view you as the person who always saves their bacon. Like, nope. You're going to have to pay that bill on your own. You're the one who charged it. Go get a job. You're the one who thought we should, spend that kind of money for 5 years. You're going to be responsible for it. Unless you want to cancel it, because I'm not paying it. 3 of Cups in the reverse. This is someone saying, I'm not going to sacrifice my happiness so that you can continue to do things that are disrespectful towards me, so that you can continue to tell me how much I need you. I don't need you. This is self-love right here, this Ace of Cups. This is saying, I don't need your apology. I don't take it seriously. I know your behavior is not going to change and that you're going to continue to try to make me feel like I need you when you need me. So guess what? I'm just going to choose myself. I'll prove you wrong. I don't need you. And they're going to realize very quickly that you are right. They don't want you to realize that you're right. That is like one of their biggest fears. All right, this is the Fairy Lenormand. Hello, Danny. How are you doing? What else do we have? Wow. So we had the 10 of Swords, which talks about an ending. We had the 5 of Pentacles, talks about going no contact, the world, death, ending of a chapter, right? This is saying actually, I think there's a good quote. When someone shows you who they are, believe that. This King of Cups has shown that what they want to do is make you feel trapped, make you feel like the only way you get to have a life is if this person is in it. This person, you've been getting messages about them. They're about to go through a really rough time and it's brought on by their own decisions and they expect you to make it better. So the universe is saying, yeah, you might love this person, but it's time for you to show that love that you have for yourself because you don't deserve how this person's treating you. I totally agree. Hello, Erin. I hope you're having a good day. This is the Kipper. All right, what else do we have? Courtship, number 4. Main male, number 1. Poverty in the reverse. So to the King of Wands or our Fox King of Swords individual, you are currently in a partnership or you have somebody that is dependent on you and they don't want you to realize that things are about to get worse financially because they need you to make it less difficult for them. You are being encouraged to protect yourself from this kind of basically it seems like financial abuse at this point. All right, this is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? Beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. So because this person has been resistant to making actual changes, they've probably had some pretty repetitive mistakes or things that really get on your nerves, right? Hello, Illuminati. How are you doing? We have a Fox, King of Swords, that is ready to go in a different direction. I will go somewhere else. I don't need to stay here. This is not the only place I can be happy. Because you're dealing with somebody who is shallow. hollow, empty, boredom. This is part of why this is, this energy is part of why the King of Cups is about to go through financial difficulties. It's because they have lost their sense of purpose and they just kind of want to ride your coattails, right? Expecting, faith, and manifesting. But you have this good karma built up and it's waiting for you to go a different direction because it's like, how do I explain this? Okay, let's say we're talking about a retail shop, okay? One of those retail shops where you could get a credit card and buy clothes, and you marry somebody, you have a huge gift card amount of like $1,000, let's say, that somebody put in your name at that retailer. And then you marry somebody who has $2,000 in credit cards, and for whatever reason, they just like negate your gift card because that person has that debt. This is saying you are supposed to spend that gift card. You are supposed to spend that $1,000 on you, not on them. You're not supposed to be bailing them out because it completely takes out your good karma, right? So if you get distance from this person, if you don't choose to marry this person and that retail doesn't like combine your accounts, then you still get your good stuff because your good stuff is not their good stuff. Does that make sense? I'm very articulate, aren't I? Hello, Danielle. How are you doing? So we've got obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Now, I do feel like this is one of those cards where we need to keep in mind this is a general reading. I feel like one of those words would apply, not all of them. Obviously, if this is more of a romantic reading for you, that infatuation, maybe adoration. But I also feel like addiction is for those of you that might be less on a romantic scale. But there is a problem here that is causing financial issues, and it could be addiction. It could be a third party. It could just be that this person is trying to make sure that whatever you do, you don't leave them. Thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring. This person is going to manipulate you by making you feel like they need you, where I do feel in the past, they've been more likely to try to make you think you need them or miss them. So they're going to be maybe more emotional than you expect them to be. But they're trying to kind of curate this fantasy. We have daydreaming, imagining, and fantasize. So if I make you feel like I have these emotions, if I make you feel like I, feel really like some type of way about our connection, then maybe you'll be more likely to forgive me for what I have done or not done. Maybe you'll be more likely to want to continue to be a part of things with me, even though I haven't really done right by our partnership or relationship. So this is a very manipulative person. Very manipulative. And I'll repeat, shallow. All right, this is the situations deck. What else do we have? Triggers, name, car, and place. Meeting. This King of Cups is worried about who you could potentially be talking to or working with because they're getting nervous that you have realized you'll be just fine without them. So they may be extra sensitive at this time to who your friends are, who you're seeing, who you're talking to. They're going to be nosy, is what I'm saying. They can smell the ascension on you. They can tell that you are changing. They can tell you are resisting this illusion that they've created and seeing things more clearly, feeling more comfortable with walking away from them. So this is making them anxious. I do feel like they're having issues in terms of sleep or communication. I do feel like they're going to be more likely to start arguments or blame people for little things, right? And there's something that fails to get finalized from a paperwork standpoint. There's an offer here, and I feel like this King of Cups is highly motivated to get this contract signed, but it's either something that is not favorable in terms of how you get paid, or it's a contract that makes you responsible for what they remember, like the whole, if you get married, then you take on this person's, you know what I'm saying? So the universe is saying, do not hold yourself, like, do not latch up your horse to their wagon. This person has financial responsibilities that are not yours, and you need to remain untethered, unencumbered. You cumber your own encumberments. Do not make yourself responsible for whatever they have signed themselves up for. It's not your responsibility. You're supposed to be doing well financially. Ties to this person are what kind of holds you back. So the faster you are to move away from this person, the faster your finances recover or start getting, you know, where they're supposed to be. But unfortunately, this person who is actually quite codependent on you, it's like, I don't want to let you out of my sight. I don't want you to be talking to people I don't know. I don't want you to think about things that you could do without me. If they could, they would literally like put a leash on you. This person is like, controlling. We're going to go with controlling. So we have alien, telepathic, dreams, and songs. There are messages that are reaching you to remind you, or kind of like, it's like, I want to just absolutely remind you or bother you or like pummel you with messages so that you get out of this situation before things really get bad financially. I don't want you to be responsible for their financial issues, is the clear message here with the intuition, because you're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be dealing with good karma. All right, let's see what the zodiac fortune telling cards have to say for you, and then we will call it a day. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that. Exactly. Success in business is in store for you. This person doesn't want you to realize you could make money so much more easily without them in your life. They don't want you to realize that you could pay your bills much easier if you didn't have to also deal with them. There's success waiting for you, but it requires you walking away from this person. A marriage will take place soon. No offense, but I hope it's not yours. Because it feels like this is predatory in a way. Someone who is ill is going to recover. Do not let talk or jealous persons bother you. Do not let this person tell you what to believe. Use your own brain. Carry through with your ideas. You will be successful. I feel like this person doesn't want you to believe in an idea or a concept that you have because they don't want you to realize that you don't need them. So don't let that block you pursuing something that would actually be quite successful, because somebody's jealous here. And I bet I know who it is. I bet it's the King of Cups. Just saying. If I had to bet, I was a betting lady. King of Cups. All right. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for liking my video. Thank you for the subscribes. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.